I'm stamping this section. I'm going to stamp that you have the notes, and then we're going to do an example. We're going to do this shape together. Okay, but I'm going to make sure you got the notes already done. And then you need to go ahead. We've done this all week. Composite figures, where we're drawing and breaking it into other shapes. So I need you to start on these just like we did yesterday. I asked you to go ahead and split it up. See if you can come up with a method to come up with the area. So draw your lines, redraw the picture if you want to, give me the area, come up with the method, start these problems, and then I'll stamp this as well. We are going to check to see if we get the right answers. So here's your notes. Add this to your foldable. Foldables will be turned in on Friday for 8th grade. That's tomorrow. So if you're missing a stamp, when I come to stamp today for the back, I can check your left and right sides if you're missing those stamps. If you still haven't done the left and right side, you need to go on Emoto and watch the video, because we've done that from last week. All right, so get this done. Timer goes off. I'm going to start stamping. All right, couple things I need you to make sure you have and recognize. First thing, understand that the scale factor is the number or ratio you're going to multiply by. Okay, you are going to be expected to figure out the scale factor, but anything dealing with factor means multiplication. What I wrote here is the ratio of the perimeters. You're still just going to compare the new perimeter to the old perimeter, and that will give you your ratio. Or whatever your scale factor is, that is the ratio. It's going to always be the same. Okay? Then ratio of areas. Now, whenever we're dealing with area, let's say we have centimeters. What do we do when we write our final answer? And we have units. What do we do to the units? We square them. If I have inches, what do? I square it. So every time I'm dealing with area, you square it. That's why whenever we get your ratio, you're going to square it. I need you to make sure that you have smaller to large or new to original, a squared over b squared, or we just take the ratio, the whole ratio, and we square it. So we're going to do this example together. I need y'all to do it with me. The first thing, I'll extend the page. All right, here we go, up here. First thing, use your sides to write the ratio. We're going to go new to old. So what is the new side in our figure? What's the length of the new side? 6. So we put that on top. What's the old length? 12. Can we reduce 6 over 12? What does that equal to? Yeah, to 1/2. Okay, so that means that this right here is the scale factor. Write that down. Add this to your notes. Oh, I'll put 1/4. That should be 1/2. Sorry. All right, your scale factor is 1/2. We just reduced the new 6 over 12 to 1/2. All right, now this one, I don't know what I erased what I had up here. So let me fix that. Perimeter ratio. The perimeter ratio is going to be what? Is the same, right? This is what we wrote. Okay, so whatever our scale factor is, the perimeter ratio is going to be the same. So this answer is 1/2 also. Perimeter ratio is going to be 1/2 as well. Now, we're going to do this one together. So I'm going to need you to write it down. Area ratio is squared. So what is our ratio? 1/2. So write 1/2. Put parentheses around it. And then we're going to square it. We're going to write an equal sign. I'm going to show you how you do this. If you have a ratio, a fraction, and you square it, you square the top number, and you square the bottom number. What is 1 squared? Ooh, good. Finally. Not finally. Another class that got that answer right. For some reason, people are telling me 2. Why do you think they're telling me 2? They're saying 1 times 2, right? Right? Or 1 plus 1. It's 1 times 1. All right, what is 2 squared? 4. So our area ratio is 1/4. Same. Do we have this down? All right, so if I tell you that the area of the original is 100, and I'm trying to figure out the area of the new, we say 50. Is it going to be half?
It's going to be 1/4.
It's going to be 1/4 of that. That's right. So you take that 100 and you times it by that 1/4. What's 1/4 of 100?
25.
So my area is 25 centimeters squared. We got it down? All right, because we're going to practice this some more tomorrow. All right, let's go to our composite. Let's check that we're getting this. I saw so far when y'all were starting this, we went ahead and just cut this right here. And we have a rectangle and a triangle. Are we okay with that? All right, what's our dimension? So we're going to have a rectangle, area of rectangle, plus the area of the triangle. All right, this is base times height. This is based on height divided by 2. What's the dimensions of the rectangle? All right, 9 by 2. So I'm going to put inside there 9 by 2. I'm going to do 2 times 9. That's going to give me what? 18. All right, so what's my dimensions to my triangle? What's the base? Yeah, the base is 2, because if this is 2 right here, and this is 2, and the whole thing's 4, that has to be 2 right there as well. Does that make sense? All right, what's the height of our triangle?
4.
Yep, good, 4. Because if the whole length is 9, 5 and 4 would give me 9. So now I'm going to do 2, times 4 divided by 2. What would that give us? It's what? Yeah, just 4. So the total area is 8 plus the 4, which gives me 22 meters square. Check to see if you got to there. If not, fix it. Okay? Some of you might have forgot to divide by 2 for a triangle. All right, let's divide this one. Where can I cut this up at? I'm going to do the triangle at the top right here. Did anyone do this as well? Did y'all do a rectangle and 2 triangles? Yeah, you can do that. All right, so if I do my rectangle and my 2 triangles, what would be the base of the triangle at the top? Yep, it's 15, the same as my length of my rectangle. And then I'm going to need my height. What would be the height of the triangle at the top? It is 7. Okay? So we are going to do 15 times 7 divided by 2, because we're going to do base times height divided by 2 for that one. And then for the rectangle, this, how do you know which one is for which? That's all. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll write the formula. So a triangle is always base times height divided by 2.
Oh, okay.
And a rectangle is just base times height. Okay, so that's why I did the 15 times 7 divided by 2. All right, what is the base and the height of our rectangle? Yeah, 15 by 8. So this is just 15 by 8. And then we need to come up with the base and the height of the other triangle, this triangle over here. What's the base? What could be the base?
9.
I could do 9 or I could do 8, right? Because we see that over here is 8, so this is 8. And the height would end up being the 9. So those are interchangeable because they're perpendicular. And then we do divide by 2 because the formula for a triangle is base times height divided by 2. All right, so let's get each part. 15 times 7 divided by 2. That's the decimal answer, I believe. 52.5. All right, and then our 15 by 80. 120. And then we have our 8 by 9 divided by 2. Yep, 36. All right, so we're adding all our parts together. This is the decimal answer. Yep, 208.5 meters squared. We got that. All right, let's do this last one. How can I break it up? I think most of y'all drew your lines right here to get the 2 rectangles on the outside. Are we okay on that? All right, so let's think about this. If this whole side is 12, right? That's going to be 12 over here. So each rectangle is what dimension? A 4 by 12? Okay, 4 by 12. Now we got to figure out the one in the middle. What is the width here between?
Or 6 by 6.
Is this? I heard a 3. Yeah, because 12 minus 9 would give me that 3 right there. Does that make sense? Alright, so this is a 6x3. So we got 48 plus 18 plus 48. 114 meters square. Alright, that's what we should have. 114 meters square. Alright, if you were missing the second stamp, I'll come back around, but you should have 2 stamps on the back, a stamp on the left side, and a stamp on the right side. All I'm really going to do is check for those stamps. You have your stamps, you got your points. Don't miss out on your stamps. If you're missing something, check on Emoto. So the next thing I need you to do is get out our packet from yesterday. Get out your color paper. And I got to get yours out.